By the looks of things, this could be any classroom at most any public high school in Los Angeles. However, if you take a closer look, you'll find there is a difference at this charter school in the heart of South Central LA. This is Synergy Quantum Academy on East 53rd Street. Dr. Meg Polysock is the co-founder and CEO of Synergy. Raina Morales is the assistant director at the Synergy Academies.
Charter schools are good because they give families and students a choice. Instead of being stuck within a district that restricts them within an attendance boundary or within a region because of where they live. The advantage that they do have in charter schools is that they have smaller, reduced classrooms. They provide a lot more supervision as far as making sure that the kids are going in and out of the classrooms and everybody is where they are supposed to be. The teachers are providing a wide range of different curriculum where they are using teaching techniques where they really can see the response within the students as far as their ability in learning in the classroom.
16-year-old Rosemary Aceituno is a student at Synergy. Rosemary says her favorite courses are English and history. She says she finally began excelling in her studies when she started attending this charter school.
You feel welcomed all the time. You feel a sense of being accepted and like always being happy to be in school. It's a lot of individual attention with the teacher and like one-on-one working with students.
17-year-old Brian Negrete is a student athlete here at Synergy. He's on the football team and proud of it, although he says he's even more proud of carrying a 3.5 GPA than carrying the ball across the goal line. Brian says Synergy is his ticket out of South Central.
The school is going to let me out of the inner city. Last year's class, many of the graduates went to an out-of-state or they went far from the inner city. That's something what I like about Synergy.
I asked Dr. Polysock, a former LAUSD teacher, to be as honest as possible about the problems at charter schools and also why she stopped teaching at the district.
Being able to be in charge of starting my own school is one of the most empowering things as a teacher, since I had a lot of ideas as a teacher of how we can make schools great.
Why did you leave LAUSD?
When I became a teacher, there are a lot of things that I saw and witnessed in a traditional district school that I had a lot of questions about. Why are things done this way? Why can't we do things differently? And a lot of the answers I would get is, this is how we've always done things.
Give me some of those problems at LAUSD.
So I taught elementary school in the heart of South Los Angeles, and one of the challenges that I faced was on the playground during recess. A lot of my kids would get into fights. They were not engaged in physical activities. I felt like there was not enough supervision on the playground, and that had a direct impact on my ability as a teacher to teach.
What are some of the other problems you faced as a teacher at LAUSD?
I felt a lot of tension between administrators and teachers, and I didn't understand that.
So how is that different at charter schools?
At a charter school, our administrators have the ability to pick their own team, meaning they can choose which teachers they hire, they can choose their staff.
What are some of the negatives at charter schools? As you know, you have your critics.
One of the challenges people don't realize is that charter schools, for the longest time, were getting less funding than district schools, and so that can have a negative impact on your ability to serve students and staff when you have limited resources to spend on materials, on staffing, and facilities is another challenge. You don't get any extra funding to find your own building, so you have to use your limited funds to get a building. And as a public school, you have to follow the rigorous state and city guidelines on a facility for children.
So how then could charter schools be better than a typical school at a district, say for example LAUSD?
So there are pros and cons to charter schools, just like there are pros and cons to any school. I believe that just because you're a charter school doesn't necessarily automatically make you a good school or a better school.
I must say I do appreciate Meg Polysock's honesty, and not just her saying the usual, all charter schools are great talking point, which we know is not the case, even though of course she believes Synergy is a great school.